Always had anxiety. I was always go in and out of the hospital and they could never find anything wrong with me. Because back in the 60s, we didn't really talk about anxiety. And so I just lived with it. I learned how to live with anxiety. As I got older, the anxiety became more intense. And especially when I was out on my own, just at, out in the world being an adult. And so I had anxiety about being in crowds. I had anxiety about traveling, everyday things, even speaking. And I own a company and I do have to speak a lot. And I would have anxiety and sometimes I couldn't even talk. And so I started with Dr. Joe's meditations after I did a 10-hour NSC or NCS workshop. And so I got into the habit of doing the meditations every day. The box meditation. So I had been practicing it, and then one day I had the intention before I went into meditation to heal my anxiety. And so in the meditation, I went into a box where I didn't have that condition any longer. And then during the meditation, Dr. Joe asked us to bring our bodies into that new reality. And I was able to do it. And I didn't realize, I realized after the meditation that I felt really, really calm. But I didn't want to say anything to anyone because I wanted to be sure that it actually stuck. And so I went through probably about a week. And finally, I told my sister and my daughter, who both do the work with me, that I didn't have anxiety. And we were getting ready to travel here. So that whole week before travel, I would always be anxious and I wouldn't even be able to get my stuff together. And I would be packing last minute and I would forget things. I had no anxiety about coming here. I didn't have any anxiety about being in a room of 2,000 people. I didn't have any anxiety about flying. Typically, I would have had a drink on the plane as soon as I got on the plane. And I didn't have to do that. And then I had an incident come up while I was here that would have provoked an anxiety attack. And a symptom that I have from an anxiety attack would be to have to run to the bathroom because anything that was in my stomach would want to come out as soon as I could get. And so I didn't have that happen. I remained very calm through the situation. I was able to separate it from my mind and body. And I was like, that's okay, body, you're going to catch up to this mind now because we don't have anxiety anymore. So it's been that one meditation, 17 minutes, and I meditate every single day, and it happened in that one meditation, and that to me was a miracle.